You may get everything you want and more out of life. Perhaps it's money, or the house, or the car, or the perfect relationship, or the family. Maybe it's fame or success, or all the experiences you could ever dream of. But at the end of the day, what are they actually worth? Are they more valuable than yourself? And if they're not more valuable than yourself, why is it that we are so often and so easily, so quickly willing to sell ourselves for them, to outsource ourselves to them? We say that life is suffering, and that's true, but modern day life is actually more coping. We are finding 1,000,001 ways to distract ourselves, numb ourselves, attempt to complete ourselves with our other half, or a wallet full of cash, or an object, something shiny, something big, something fancy. All for what? To make us feel better, to make us feel more important, to make us feel like we have a purpose. But all of that is just a cope for the inner discontentment, for the inner unfulfillment, for the inner dissatisfaction, for the self-hatred. Because no matter how much your partner or your family can love you, if you don't love yourself, what is the end? Where does it go? What is it for? You can have everything in life and yet be empty inside. You can have all the objects of your mind's eye. You can amass huge sums of wealth and be inwardly broke. You can be caring for yourself with endless days at the spa and constant pampering of the body, constant meditation, as we like to say in our modern world. But what is it actually all for? Where is it all going? Is it just a front? Is it just a way of managing our stress? Is it just a way of numbing our pain, suppressing our emotions, kind of dealing with our life circumstance or situation or inward turbulence? Everything is showing you what is seemingly out of place within you. Everything is revealing to you where you feel something is missing. Everything is pointing out to you where you believe you are incomplete, where you are unlovable, where you are unworthy. And so, rather than perpetually, incessantly, hopelessly trying to fill that void, that hungry ghost which will never be satiated, why not slow down, pause, reflect, look inward, look at yourself. See if you can be with yourself for just a moment. See if you can honestly, sincerely, earnestly love yourself, respect yourself. Feel a glimmer of joy, fulfillment, freedom, peace, contentment by simply just being, without needing to do anything, without needing the validation from somebody else, the approval from somebody else, without needing an accomplishment or anything in the external world to give you a sense of belonging or worthiness. What if you were to just take this moment and recognize yourself, acknowledge yourself, accept yourself. You see, we're constantly trying to get things and even give things to other people to have a sense or to give a sense of belonging, of peace, of happiness, of worthiness, of validation, of things are just okay. Maybe a sense of safety or security. But all of these means are fleeting. They're impermanent. They're actually untrue. Because if it doesn't come from within, then at the end of the day, at the end of your life, it will never be enough. And it will always be just a way of coping with that misperception, that lack of recognition, that lack of acceptance and love for oneself. And in our modern world, it's the least selfish thing that we can do. To look at ourselves truly and purely and give that recognition. Allow ourselves to receive that love, that acceptance from our very own self. And funnily enough, that's the only way that we can truly give to another, is when our own cup, so to speak, is so full and overflowing with a self-sourced love and acceptance. A presence which is so filled with its own beingness, consciousness, that it's recognized in the other, not because it's something given or offered, but something remembered. And in that sense, when we come home to ourselves, we're truly able to walk another home. And so maybe that's the purpose of all this, is to come to a complete and total self-love and acceptance, and then for that to be the gift to the world.